Thank you so much. Today I'll be hanging out with just the ladies, man, and it's all about the girls, man. Show some love, man. Yeah. But first set of guests, they are coming from the National Science and Math Quiz, and the first person I'm going to introduce is somebody we know for so long. She has become the face of the National Science and Math Quiz. Put your hands together. Show some love for Dr. Elsie. Come on. There we go. All right. Please have a seat. And talking about the National Science and Maths quiz, we have the managing director of the company that produces it. The company is Prime Time. And put your hands together. Show some love for Akua, Mensa, and Asare. There we go. All right. Please, feel free. Have a seat. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Good to have you here. First of all, I think I got your name wrong.
Yes.
Please.
It's Asare.
Asare.
Yes.
What did I say? Mensa?
Akua.
Well, I know your dad, so forgive me.
Yeah.
Just a laugh for that.
It changed housing, but it still works.
It still works, yeah? Okay. Well, so welcome to the show. Doc!
Yes.
It's good to have you back, man.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, the last time you came here, you said some trends viral.
Is that so?
You said what was a fact, but and Ghanaians know this, but I don't know. Somehow, hearing it from you, it gave it some weight.
All right. So we are all working. We are all working to make things better, aren't we?
By all means,
that's good.
That's the whole idea.
That's the whole point.
Great. Well, we're here today. We're talking about the national. Is it Science and Math or Math and Science? Science and Math quiz 2019.
2019. Yes.
So it's Prime Time that's behind this.
Yes.
Give me a little bit of how you got into it, and then we'll take what's happening 2019 before we talk to the doc.
Well, it's actually the brainchild of my father, Kaufmann, and he started it in 1993. We had as the southern sector competition for the Brilliant Science and Maths quiz, because it was originally sponsored by Brilliant Soup from then Liver Brothers, now Unilever. Yes, and his idea came on the tennis court, or Legon tennis court, where he used to play with his friends. Then Dr. Ebenezer Awotri, later professor, and he saw a bird on an electric pole and on the wire, and he asked his friend why the bird could perch on there and not be electrocuted, but a human being could not do same. And that's how he thought about doing a practical...
Really?
Yes.
Starting from that question?
Yes, that's from the bird. He had been thinking about an educational program, but didn't have a focus yet.
Wow.
That was the inspiration.
Wow.
Doing a science and maths competition that would focus on practical, everyday science around us. And so Dr. Kaufmann will bear witness that it has retained a lot of that even all these years afterwards.
Yes. Wow. So that was how he came up with the idea.
Yes. That's how it began. So he got Dr. Awotri to look for colleagues to put the questions together, to design the program, and then he spoke with, it was actually Prof. Awotri who asked him to speak with Prof. Marian Adi to ask her to present the program. So that was done, and Liver Brothers sponsored it with Brilliant Soup. Wow. It's interesting that even though Brilliant dropped its sponsorship in '98, in the schools it's still called Brilla.
Oh, they still call it
Brilla. That's really good branding. Yes, because it resonated with everyone.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, I knew Prime Time was behind it, but I didn't know that my brother Kweku was behind it. Yes. He deserves an honor for this, man. He deserves a national award.
Because I think so. Because He's caused a revolution, I should say.
He did.
Because now you see that the regional directorates are even taking that up. They organize trials amongst the schools in their regions and with some of the schools in other regions also. And it's great. It's great.
Wow.
What's happened to it.
Yeah, we go way back to when university days, you know. When is he watching? I'm sure he's watching now.
Yes, I'm sure he is.
So I'm going to say something and he's going to respond at home. I'm going to say ting. Do you know what he's going to say? He's going to say time. But that's a secret. We can't tell kids. Look, how have you been?
Yes, I've been very well. Thank you very much. I have.
Yeah.
Yes, very busy.
Very busy.
Yes.
You're doing all the university work plus this?
Yes.
So are you part of the, how much are you involved? Do they just bring you the questions and then you deliver, or you are part of the planning and implementation?
I am involved, very heavily involved.
Okay.
I'm a member of the consultant team. I consider myself the general consultant because there are 4 subject consultants, 1 for chemistry, 1 for physics, 1 for biology, and 1 for mathematics. And then we have the moderation team. So we read every single question. So the consultants are responsible for setting the questions. We have these meetings year round, and we read each and every single one of them, and then we consider them, we weigh them, and then decide which ones are suitable for the program and which ones are not for the various levels. We also grade them. And I also bring in my expertise to decide whether it's suitable for the format of the competition.
Wow.
So I'm the chair of the moderation team.
The chair of the moderation team, yeah.
And then when the competition begins, that's when you'll see me as a quiz mistress.
Yeah. Choice of quiz mistress was my late Madam Adi. Yeah. And
after her, when she said she was tired, and she brought on then Mrs. Eureka Adomako, now Dr. Adomako, to take over, and she did it for a few years and then left to do her postgraduate studies, and then she brought along Dr. Kaufmann. I think you had discussions with Prof. Adi, so she came to see Mrs. Adomako in action and to see how it was going on.
Get all that.
Yes, and so she's been on since 2006.
Yeah. And it's been very vibrant. And 2019, I hear you're going, you're coming up with new stuff now.
Yes.
What are, apart from the quiz thing, you have like a science fair, you have...
Yes, so from 2013, we started trying to expand the program and trying to improve on the experiences of the participants. So we started a mentorship program because we noticed that there was a kind of gap. The students didn't really know what career options were open to them apart from medicine. And then they would say, oh, well, I want to be an engineer. What kind of engineer? Didn't have a clue. So the mentorship sessions came on as a way to first talk to them and kind of calm them down a bit so that they don't get too emotional if they didn't win their competitions. That was the first time we did it that way. And then afterwards, it took on a more career counseling kind of outlook. And we don't do it as just career counseling. Yeah. We also have mentors. So we have mentors who come on. They are people who are doing well in science-related fields. They come on and speak with the students about their experiences, their jobs, their careers. And we find that especially when we have former contestants on the program, it resonates really strongly with the contestants, with the students. So that's the mentorship that began in 2013. And then in 2015, we began the tours. So the tours is designed to show the students the business or industry side of science. So science in action. We've been to the planetarium, the Ghana Planetarium. We've been to GTP, Kantanka Automobile. We've seen science in research.
It's allowed to the students to actually see science in motion.
Science in motion,
basically.
Exactly, yes.
And
Science
they
in
interact
motion.
with the people when they get to that.
They do,
Yeah?
they do. So they're taken around on a tour and they interact with the people and learn a lot about what happens in those places. We've been to the Center for Plant Medicine at Mampo, yes, and to Atomic Energy Commission. So they get to see different sides of science, industry, research.
Yeah.
And then we have the SciTech Fair, which we began in 2017. That and then a picnic in 2017. So the SciTech Fair is the practical component or complement to the quiz. So we have senior high schools presenting their work. We have junior high schools also presenting their work. And then we have tech startups. We give them a free platform to present their products and services to the world. And the unique thing about our SciTech Fair is that we have stands where visitors to the fair can conduct simple experiments under supervision. So if you were to visit, we began it today. Today was the first day. If you were to visit us tomorrow, because it runs till tomorrow, you could conduct a simple experiment under supervision.
Under supervision?
Yes.
I think I'll be there tomorrow.
Yes. You'll enjoy it. And it's meant to appeal to all ages. So
and where is it at so that folks can meet me there tomorrow?
At the GCB lecture hall, which is opposite New M Block on Legon campus.
Okay.
Yes.
So folks, tomorrow let's go and conduct some experiments there, man. I'll be there, GCB lecture hall. What time?
We start at 9 and end at 4.
Okay.
Yes, so
Under supervision.
That's the key thing.
Yes. So we have lab assistants to help you through. We'll be doing all sorts of interesting things tomorrow.
Interesting.
Yes.
Dr. Kaufmann, how much, I know you're with the quiz, you're presenting everything. All these activities like the science fair, mentorship, the visits, are you a part of that as well, or that's for a different group to take around?
In terms of the other activities, for the mentorship, I've been a mentor 2 occasions. So I do go and interact with the students as somebody who is using science in my life, my profession. And so, yes, I've been involved in the mentorship session. For the SciTech Fair, I usually visit and I go around asking the students how they are applying the concepts to the products they have. So you'll see me there occasionally, but usually I'm too busy getting ready for the quiz itself.
The quiz is a full-time.
I can imagine.
It's a lot of work.
How much of a time is it taking? Because you're there with them through the planning of the questions and everything?
Yes.
Wow.
So normally I allocate 1 day a week to the quiz. And we have moderation meetings. So I told you about moderation meetings. So the subject consultants bring their questions, we sit down and we read everything. So that would happen usually the 1 day of the week. We sit down from let's say 2 p.m. until about 6 p.m. The whole time, every day, every week. And then I do my own personal studies as well. It takes a bit of effort to be up to date.
Have to come up. Yes. Because when you're asking the questions, you must know what you're asking. Not prepared answers, but you actually know.
It's not enough to just go and sit there and read those things. So I brush up all the time. So I'm studying along with the students. Yes.
Oh, that's so cool.
I'm a full-time lecturer, you see. So I also have to prepare my lectures and go and do the things I do at the University of Ghana, engineering, biomedical engineering. Yes.
Wow.
And having you on the mentorship program that year was very, very good because then the students got to see a different side of the quiz mistress, not just asking questions, but what exactly she does.
Knows, what she helps with. I see.
It was an eye-opener for all of us too. We knew you're a medical engineer, but we didn't know exactly what that entailed. And it was very interesalty to hear about your specialty.
What she does.
Yes. Some people thought I would go into hiding the rest of the year, and then the time of the competitions, I show up suddenly and start asking questions. So
but you're actually a part of the whole process.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Those that you select to mentor, are there people that a committee does, or if anybody is watching now, for example, who has a great background in science, would like to be a part of it, is there a way they can just offer themselves?
Certainly.
Really?
We do that. And some mentors have come on just by meeting one of us, having a conversation. It might not even have been an official kind of meeting. We might have met in a social gathering after a conversation, and then you realize that that person is doing something that it may not be common, so you ask the person to come on and mentor the students. So we because our focus is on opening up the students, horizons with regards to career options, we make it a point to look for different kinds of careers within science. So we've had a psychiatric nurse come on, chemical engineer, we've had the usual medical personnel, but different kinds of areas, an optometrist. We've even had a science journalist, a health, yes.
Really?
Yes, he was a pharmacist who had journalistic training and so was reporting. So when they are, reporting on scientific findings, and that is quite rare. So at least in our side of the world, it's quite rare. So we showcased him, so he would speak with the students, so they could see that even if you are a science student, it doesn't bar you from venturing into the arts, because you can combine. There are places where there's intersection. Yes.
Okay. And I hear this year, it's getting more and more exciting. I hear, for example, that the winners are going to Dubai and Kenya.
Yes, they are going to Dubai through Nairobi, yes, with the quiz mistress. So the winners...
You get to fly with them?
Yes. Yes. So the 3 contestants and their teacher will be going to...
They'll be going to Dubai.
Yes, thanks to Adanse Travels and Kenya Airways.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yes.
Show some love for Adanse Travels, man. Hey! Wow. How long are you going?
It's an 8-day trip, and well, minus the traveling time.
Okay.
It's an 8-day.
So while there, what are they doing? Are they just visiting Dubai, or you're going to science?
It's an educational tour.
The educational tour.
Yes. So they will be going around and looking at a few places of interest. Yes. But we thought that would also be a good time for them to relax and de-stress. Yes, it will be fun.
It's a great reward.
Yes, it is. But it's not really restricted just to them. Other people can join in. There's a package that Adanse is offering to others who would be interested. So students, old students, whoever wants to go on the trip.
Then the winners happen to be a part of the whole package. Okay.
Yes.
How does that make you feel?
Oh, I'm very excited about it. I've never been on an educational tour like this. So I'm looking forward to it. And it's always a good thing to be around these bright young people. So winners, wow. To hang out with them for how many days? 10 days? That's a big deal.
That's cool. That's
yes.
Cool. Wow.
So I'm looking forward to it.
Wow.
Yes.
And I was going through some list, and you have a category of fallen heroes. Who are the fallen heroes? Something like that.
Well, I'd rather not call them fallen heroes. I'd rather focus on the giant slayers.
The giants, okay. So
the giant slayers. So we had the regional competitions in March. Every year we do the regional competitions. That's since 2014, when the number of schools was increased to 135 at the nationals. So it's open to, the regional competition is open to every school in Ghana, minus the seeded schools. That is the schools that get to the quarterfinals of the competition. So we go to every regional capital and have the competition there. And we had a few shocks like that. So we had Twase Senior High taking out St. Hubert's. And then we had Asin State taking out Agri Memorial. Agri Memorial was seeded in the 2018 edition.
Okay.
And then we had HAC Mount Sinai taking out St. Roses. Boko Senior High Technical School taking out Notre Dame. And then we had Fafraha Community Day Senior High School taking out Accra High.
Wow.
So, so those that's exciting for us when we have the lesser known schools
just appear
coming in and doing that, because it tells us that we are leveling the playing field, and that the difference is preparation.
Preparation. Yeah.
If you prepare well, you will go far
Yeah.
in the
Okay.
program. Yeah.
So what's the timeline like before we wrap up? When is the day? When are the semi-finals and everything? Can you announce them here for?
Right. So the competition itself starts on Monday.
Okay.
We will do the balloting tomorrow after the science fair. When we
Okay.
end the science fair, we do the preliminary ballots.
Okay.
And then we begin the preliminary round. So we will have 2 centers. We'll have the Amegashi auditorium at the school, the business school, and then we have the new N block, and we'll have the contest there simultaneously till the end of the week.
Okay.
And then on Saturday, that's the 22nd, we are going to have the second round of ballots. That's for the 1/8, because the seeded schools join in at the 1/8 round. And when we are done with the ballots, we start on Monday, and that's when Dr. Kaufmann will take us through. But we have 2 quiz mistresses for the preliminary round, and one of them is new this year, Dr. Thelma Hiniji. So we are outdooring her this year.
Okay. Fantastic. Show some love, man. Show some love. So it's coming up soon. Yeah.
Yes, the quarterfinals are from 4th to 6th July.
4th to 6th July.
Yes.
Take a note of it, folks. 4th to 6th July. Quarterfinals.
Yes, semi-final is on the 8th, and then the final is 11th at the National Theatre.
Okay. The 11th at the National Theatre. We'll all be there. You'll be there watching your bag, eh?
I'll be too busy.
You're too busy.
I'll have to find someone to take care of the bag.
Last year we had a policeman.
It was a yes.
But anyway, congrats, man. Congrats, doctor, for being the face of this vibrant thing. So it's become such an important part of our, it's an institution now.
Yes.
And big ups to my boss, Mr. Mesabosu. Ding! He'll tell you, I don't know whether he will explain the whole thing, but he might.
I hope so.
Yeah, okay. Well, good having you, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you on the final is on the
11th.
On the
11th of July.
Of July. Okay. Stick around, folks. We'll be right back.
The KSM Show.